Some celebs pull up loco. You know we up next, pull up mofos. They don't be there on repeat, they like, oh no. Where's the mix it up, let's take a photo now. For now, I'm loco. For now, preserve the beat, I'm more loud. I said I'm more loud, I'm more loud.
Yes, my peoples, man. Big up yourself. Big up the whole Metric community. You know, we had to pull up, even though when there's match days on, there's games on, we're still here with all the Man United news. We're here to reason and get into the news, of course. Let me just set this up properly. This one's looking a bit mad. So yeah, my peoples, man, smash the likes as we do every day. Subscribe if you're new. We're always here for you lot, man. 9 to 10 o'clock, we'll have that 10-minute video as well with whatever's going on. But there's local news out here. Bad hair day. I had to put the hood on. Safe, different. Cool. Let me share my screen anyway and show you lot what's going on. There's talks about Ugarte leaving. You lot, I'm sure you lot saw my video on the boy Baleba. We're looking like it's looking likely still. Brighton are looking at a replacement for him. There's bare little talks coming out. So cool, man. Let's get into the news, man. I'm going to show you what's really been going on, what's recent and what's not. And we'll get into all the rest of the news. So what's this now? This came out obviously yesterday. These are a few. Should I get into the Brighton ones straight away? No, I'll chill for that one there. Cool. So basically, we saw some stuff about some scouts and all of that. It's some madness. Even INEOS and Amorim is a bit techie right now. But look at this now. Let's start off with this from yesterday. So we had some stuff about Jacquet and all of that. That came out and that was said. And then obviously, boom. But look at what's going on here now. I'm going to get into all the Believer stuff in a minute and make it make sense to you lot. So let me just start with the Believer stuff because it makes sense for me to just start there. So obviously yesterday we had Sky Sports come out of nowhere and they just said, listen, Manchester United have explored conditions to sign Baleba in January. Remember, we know that we're going for these type of players in the summer. Like it goes without saying, innit? We want Anderson, we want Baleba, we want Wharton, but that's summer moves. But now it's literally January now. Yeah, and this is what we've been saying the whole time. It's been, yo, we want to go for players that's going to be here long term. This is what Ruben more or less said, even though he might not be here long term, who knows? But this is what things been saying. INEOS, that's been their strategy. What is the point of going for players now when they might be here for a year or two and then they might have to cut out? So Sky Sports dropped a bomb and it was Sky Sports Lille. Sky Sports Lille, he's reliable. He was good with all that Mbumo stuff. Him, Sky Sports Lille, Leo Thomas. When the Mbumo stuff was coming out, he was dropping the bombs. Man United, boom. Brentford wants 70 million. Boom, 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 boom. And he's telling us, bro, Man United have explored a deal with Carlos Baleba in this window, but not expected to progress, with Brighton determined to hold on to him until the summer. So he's like, he gave us a bit of good news and bad news at the same time, saying that it's not going to get anywhere. But listen, Brighton, like I said, bro, they're looking at some other CDMs. So there's something brewing here. And obviously, when you look at it as well, it does look a bit mad. Like we're trying to back Amorim now, but then again, we're saying, bro, we just want to get our players. When we get our players, and then if you're still here, you're still here. But the players are going to outlast you, basically. Do you understand? We're going to get our future targets that we can see. And he's still the number one. The fact that he's been having stinkers and he's been getting hooked at halftime, we don't care. We already agreed personal terms with him. Everyone knows this. In the summer, whatever it was, we agreed personal terms with him already. It spun his head. He started having bad performance after bad performance. It is what it is. He's in AFCON at the moment. But you know he wants to be at Manchester United. Ornstein told us. Fabrizio told us. Even Fabian Hurstler said it could have impacted him. It could have impacted his thing. So it is what it is. But, bro, as you can see, it says other players in there as well. Man United could sign 2 CMs in 2026. This is what every single journalist says. Fabrizio Romano, Ben Jacobs, Andy Mitten. We could sign 2 CMs. So we've got names on names. It could be 2 CMs that are massive, like Wharton and Baleba. Or it could be 2 CMs like a Bouaddi and a Wharton. Or, do you know what I'm saying? One's a bit cheaper, basically, like a Stiller, 40 million, and then you go and get Wharton for 70 million. Baleba for 80 million, and then you go and get someone else for 40 million. It could be that side, or it could be 2 80 million each. No one knows yet. But we could sign two of them. So that's what they've come. They broke the bomb yesterday and dropped us. And obviously, remember, Fabrizio, not too long ago, came out and said, no, they still want Baleba. He came out and said that like there's nothing come from this Baleba stuff. It's still ongoing. They're still rating him. They still want him. So it's crazy, my people, man. So obviously, that's what's going on with Baleba. They did add these guys on, obviously, like I said, Bouaddi. United's priority to strengthen their midfield this year with Baleba, just one of the names on the list of targets, including Elliot Anderson, Adam Wharton, and João Gomez. We're also looking at younger talents like Bouaddi and Muzakitis. Bouaddi's been linked with every single club I can think of. Real Madrid, Arsenal, Chelsea. He gets linked all the time. I haven't really watched him. I don't really know what he's on, so I can't really talk about him. The Muzakitis, he was the golden boy for the under-20s, under-21 World Cup or something like that, or Euros. Golden boy. So he's not too bad. And he's part of that. He's part of the team that played Real Madrid. They lost 4-3, but I think he got a little game out of that. So that's what's going on, man. Baleba things going on. Let me show you what Brighton's on now. This is why I'll say, yo, this is what I personally think. I think Brighton are trying to get a replacement for the low, get someone there, and then they might just let him go. Because you've got to remember, AFCON finished on the 18th of January. That's the last game. That's if Baleba makes the final. I doubt Cameroon make the final. I don't think they're good enough. They got kicked. They didn't even make the World Cup. But let's just say that they make the final. 18th of January is the latest Baleba's going to be at AFCON. I reckon he goes back. We've already told him. He's agreed personal terms. He's with Mbumo. We've already told him, bro, we want you now. We've gone to Brighton. We're trying to explore the deal. Just go and tell them you want to leave. This is the exact same thing that happened with Caicedo. Caicedo had to go and tell them, had to put on Instagram, I'm trying to feed my family, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm going to say? So cool. Let me show you that anyway. These are the guys that they're looking at, which is make me think that, there's something ongoing there because, bro, they can't be looking at all of these guys. So look, this is the Brighton aggregate page. As you can see, January the 2nd, yesterday. They're looking at this geezer, Anthony Dennis. Brighton are monitoring a Nigerian CDM, Baleba replacement, 21. This ain't no geezer that's coming to play with the under-21s. 21 years old. Currently playing at Göztepe in Turkey. Leipzig have already made a bid for the player valued at 5 million euros. Göztepe won about 8 to 10 million. This is what a player that Brighton's looking at. But cool, you could say maybe the source ain't all that. No problem. They're looking at this geezer as well. Milton Delgado, the highly rated Boca Juniors CDM. That is Baleba's place. He's 20 years old, 17 million euros. Boca see Delgado as a core asset and are unwilling to sanction a cut price exit. He's a number 6 ball winner. This is what Baleba is. He's a ball winner. He's a number 6. You know what I'm saying? Press resistant. Baleba, first team regular at 20 years old, 17 million. So cool. You could turn around again and say, oh, maybe I don't know about the source. Maybe it's not true, or the source might not be that. Remember, this is Brighton. This is not Man United page or a random page. This is Brighton Buzz. They're talking about their business. So this is nothing to do with us. Cool. You might not believe that one there. No problem. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go straight to Sky Sports Leo, who is the most so reliable for Sky Sports. As you can see, Man United, boom, boom, boom. And then we'll see what he said about this situation with who. Bam! He spoke about Caleb. This geezer went to be one of the best up-and-coming centre mids. Everyone's talking about him. You type his name, he's cold. Promising talent from Right to Dream Academy. This Right to Dream Academy is meant to be going. Brighton are interested in the midfielder Caleb Yarenki. Impressing in Denmark, another promising talent. And everyone that will talk about this guy will say that's a Brighton signing. He's an up-and-coming cut guy. Is it too early for the move? Is it not? It's a proper Brighton signing. This is who they're looking at. You know what I'm trying to say? So, boy, we'll see what happens, man. But they got replacements that they're looking at. They're monitoring situations in their CDM department. Sky Sports Leo, the same geezer that just broke the news about Baleba, us exploring him, has come and said Brighton are interested in a midfielder that's in Baleba's same position. So think about it. What's going on here? And then, bro, you know Baleba's not settled. He keeps getting hooked at halftime. Come on, let's be real. He wants to be at Man United. He agreed personal terms. It's done his head. It's spanning. They could just go and let's say they get 80 million out of us, 85 million. Who knows how much it's going to be? I think it shouldn't be anything over 70, but who knows? It's January, you always overpay in January. We really need a midfielder, especially right now with all these injuries. Bro, maybe we go out there and pay the money, whatever they're asking for, like 85 or something. They just go out there and slap 15 million on him. And then they're good. They're good for their thing. And he's meant to be cold. I watched the little comp of him. I don't really go off comps anymore because Onana, Hoyland, all these guys have got comps. You understand? Dallow's probably going to have a good comp out there. But this is the guy. This is what's going on. This is what I'm trying to say. A lot of people are speaking good things about him. And he is literally like for like with Baleba. Like I said, I watched the comp. He's just running. He's tackling. He's like Baleba. I don't think he's a ball carrier like Baleba, but and obviously he's not playing in a good league yet, but it is what it is. It's still, do you know what I'm trying to say? It seems Nordsjælland. Where's that again? Is that Denmark? Denmark. Sorry, that's an okay league. It's not no little chipsy thing, so it's okay. But that's Sky Sports Leo. So the replacements are getting looked at, bro. There'll be no point of them looking at them now. They could have just waited till the summer. 3 DMs that they're looking at. Baleba's a DM, and the same geezer that's broke the news yesterday that we're talking to Baleba, which he's pinned, by the way, now, 19 hours ago, is the same geezer that broke the news that they're looking at someone in the same position, similar player as Carlos Baleba. So let's just do the maths, bro. Like, something's brewing, man. I reckon Baleba goes back and he says, yo, I want to go to Man United. Please let me go. Just tell them the price and let me go. Hurstler doesn't rate him. The manager does not rate him. He's been hooked about 4 or 5 times. Let's go and let me show you what's going on with Baleba over there. So I don't think he wants to be there. Come on, like what's good for you to be there anyway? You're getting a big move, you're young, etc. Like you want to get out of there. Look at my man's form over there and what's been going on with him. Look at this. This is all obviously AFCON, the first 3 games. 64 minutes against Liverpool, 60 against West Ham, 678 against Aston Villa. Cool. This is recently. Brentford, half-time, hooked again. Yeah? So cool. That's the first one we'll count. Hooked at half-time against Brentford. 59 minutes against Man United. Remember, he got a yellow card for grabbing them Bumo. Hooked. Cool. Half-time against Wolves, the worst team in the league. They were losing 1-0 at that time. Hooked. Hooked against Tottenham. Where else did he get hooked? He came on for 24 minutes against Bournemouth. Got a yellow card straight away. I remember it like yesterday. Hooked against Everton. Half-time. Brother. Hurstler does not rate him. And has he even played 90 minutes? Apart from, look, the FA Cup, which everyone gets time for. He's played against Leeds. He's only got 190 minutes this whole season. Yeah, he's only got 190 minutes this whole season with club. I'm not counting no countries, by the way. You might see Congo in there. You might see Gabon, Ivory Coast. That's nothing to do with us. For Brighton, he's not really getting rated. I don't know if it's because of these performances or my man just don't rate him, but he's got 190 minutes for club in the Prem. FA Cup, Carabao Cup doesn't really count to me. Anyone can play that game. He's not really getting no minutes. So he wants to get out of there, bro, man. Get him out of there. This is his form. This is what he's on. He wants to leave. Let's be real. So the moment that he comes back from AFCON, he has to start saying some things like, yo, come on, man. They're willing to pay what you lot want. Let me go, please. Like I just showed you lot, they're looking at replacements, bro, for a reason. He obviously agreed personal terms in the past. There's this, what's that? Liverpool. Some talks about Liverpool in for him as well, but I don't know how true that is. So we'll see, man. We'll see what happens. What's this from Andy Kill? Very early about mid-season about Chelsea. No, we know who's going on. So look at this now. Look. Oh, shit. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this now. We got a bomber from Ben Jacobs. And it says, Brighton CEO Paul Barber tells Alex Crook on TalkSport there has been no fresh contact from Man United. This is a bomber. This is nothing wrong, nothing different to my thumbnail or nothing. This has just come out just now. Look at this. 240 on the 3rd of Jan. No call from Old Trafford. No call from anyone connected to Man United. We have no plans or desire to sell Carlos in this window or in any future window. But we know he's a talented player and he's got a lot of options ahead of him in the future. For us right now, he's an important player and he's the second half of the season, we're looking forward to getting him back from AFCON. So that's what they've just come and said. Obviously, if we're exploring, because remember, Sky Sports Leo's come out and said Man United are exploring. He didn't say we called Brighton. He said we were exploring the deal to go in for Carlos Baleba. they're looking at replacements. So it could be something that's like, we're exploring it. They know that we're exploring it. So it's come out in the news. But obviously, there's been no contact. We would have known if there's contact. You know what I'm saying? It would have been Man United have made contact with Brighton for Baleba. No, it says Man United are exploring. That's what Sky Sports Leo said. So yeah, it is. He's not really shutting it down, but at the same time, he's kind of saying, yeah, we want to keep him. Look, he said Manchester United have explored deal with Baleba in this window, but not expected to progress with Brighton. He didn't say Man United spoke to Brighton. He didn't say Man United have made contact with Brighton. He said they've explored. So that means we've done the due diligence, probably spoke to agents and intermediaries, whatever they say it. How can we make this happen? Is there a chance it can happen? And then Brighton's probably just, nah, we don't want to sell him. Because remember, he has been shit this whole year. He's been shit. They can't sell him now. They will get nothing for him. So the most they're hoping for is, one, for him to pick up some form, and then two, for them to say he's not for sale till 2027, so that if you do come in for him, you got to pay us the money that we want, because we don't want to sell him. Do you see where the catch is? They want to sell him. Of course, they want to sell Baleba, but they're going to say we don't want to sell him. So if you do come in for him, and we know he's been playing poor, bro, we don't want to sell him, you know. So if you really want him, you have to pay the money that we want, because we don't even want to sell him. So you got to kind of play over the odds. That's their game and what they're trying to do. But come on, we don't know what's going to happen. It's all up to Baleba. If Baleba comes back and says what he wants to say to get out of there, he'll get out of there. He's been trying to be professional. And then obviously, with him being professional, it's landed him having a shit season. And it's kind of good that it's happened over there, because if that happened here, say that he moved to Man United and then started having a shit season, we would have got, oh, they've ruined another player. Man United have done it again, blah, blah, blah. So it's good. He's had that little spell over there when they've denied him his move. Remember, he agreed personal terms with us. It was all set. But Brighton said he's not for sale. They're not ready to thing him yet. 2026. Now it's 2026. They're saying he's not for sale again. Look at that. They're saying we have no plans to decide to sell in any future window, because they're trying to be smart and say, we know he's been rubbish, so let's say we don't want to sell him. So if you do come in for him, bro, he's not for sale. You see what I'm trying to say? So they get the most money that they can get. Brighton is a very smart club. They're one of the best-selling clubs. Everyone knows this. Brighton, they sell every player that they get. They're a selling club. So that's the situation. Paul Barber's come out and said that. It is what it is. We'll see what happens, man. But I reckon Baleba comes back and makes it tense on, says a 1-2 thing, and leaks a 1-2 thing. It's done. Literally, bro. It's all on him. But he's just being professional. That's all it is. If he comes back and he gets angry and he says, bruv, they're not letting me go, especially if we make a bid. Say we make a bid now, like a little 80 million or something, and he says, bruv, what do you not want from, like, they've made the bid. I'll be like, let me go. You're not even playing me like that. He's not even getting played. So it is where it is, man. We'll see what happens, man. But that's breaking news from the boy Ben Jacobs. And obviously Alex Crook spoke to my man on TalkSport, which is the CEO of Brighton. And he didn't shut it down. But like I said, he said there's no call from Old Trafford. But there was never a call. There was never no talks. Man United have made contact. It was always, we're exploring. So we're speaking within ourselves. So it is where it is, my guys. We'll see what happens, man. Let me show you some more news, of course. You know, we get into everything here. That's just one of the guys that obviously is being linked with the Brighton situation. So we'll see, man. Let's move up to today. We had this about this guy. I didn't show you this yesterday for some reason, you know. But look at this geezer, this Ekrem Kona. Let me show you something which is crazy. Ekrem Kona, I didn't really rate this guy at first, you know. I thought this guy talks rubbish, etc. He is being followed by a lot of people. He's got a lot of followers, but I thought, nah, he talks rubbish. But bro, he said a lot of things about the Ugarte thing, and it's all come true. I'm going to show you like that in a minute. The Ugarte thing has gone mad now as well. But look at this now. He said Bayern Munich, Man United, Nottingham Forest, and Newcastle are both keen on Santos left-back Sousa. Chelsea considering a January move after failing to sign him in the summer. AC Milan had a 10 million euros bid rejected. Barcelona monitoring the situation. I don't know this geezer. He's a young Brazilian, apparently. His name's Sousa, and a lot of teams are looking at him. Obviously, we need a little left-back or a left wing-back. I don't know if we'll go for a left-back, though, because why would we go for a left-back if we're trying to get left wingers? Do you know what I'm trying to say? We're trying to get left wing backs. Let me check him out. Look, he's 19 years old. 4.2 million is his market value. Obviously 10 million euros. And yeah, he's in the greens, but I don't know this geezer. I don't know. But it's another link. He plays for the under-17s for Brazil. Oh, sorry. He used to play for the under-17s for Brazil. Obviously, he's 19 now. He's probably playing. He's probably not got the Brazilian thing yet, as you can see, senior career. Yeah. But yeah, so I don't really know this geezer. I've never heard of him or nothing, but apparently we're looking at him. But like I said, this Ekram Kona, I'm going to show you some stuff about him that he is okay. Now he's cool. Because me, I like to suss out all the weirdos straight away. When I see a weirdo when he's talking rubbish, blocked. That's what I'm on. I'm not on this joke thing. But Ekram Kona, he said some things about Ugarte, and then now it's come true, which I'll show you in a second. So look at that, Sabaspor. This is the Ugarte thing. They've convinced him to join. He wants to join, blah, blah, blah. But I'm going to show you some more stuff. And as you can see here, look at this. Galatasaray and Lyon aren't the only clubs in for Ugarte. There's a few other ones. Ekram Kona, he's basically said Galatasaray in for Ugarte, yeah? I'm going to show you that in a minute. It's come out from someone solidified. You'll see in a minute. Chris Wheeler came out and spoke about Ugarte, said Galatasaray have stepped up their interest in Manuel Ugarte. United Confidentials. So Chris Wheeler is the most reliable out of all of them. And he told us that there's talks from Galatasaray to Ugarte. So from that already, I knew, yeah, there's some truthness to it. So that's why I gave Ekram Kona his flowers from there. I said, okay, this geezer might know a 1-2 thing. You know what I'm saying? And then we had this yesterday. Galatasaray are in talks with Manchester United to sign Manuel Ugarte on a 6-month loan, right? So that was yesterday, 2nd of June. And then let me show you something now. Where's United, Josh? I'll show you right now. Cool. Is he here? Where is he, man? So you saw that then, the Ugarte chat. And then look at this. You know who Yago is? Yago is the Turkish Fabrizio Romano. He's number 1. 2.1 million followers. Number 1 when it comes to Turkey. When he said Onana's going, it was done. You know what I'm trying to say? To Trabzonspor. He's the number 1 when it comes to Turkey. He told us about Osman, all of them, man. There. When he speaks, you listen. That's it. When Osman, well, we're going to get him, he said, we're not getting him because of his wages. Done. It was over. He shuts down everything. And he's the number 1 in Turkey. And he's come out and he said what he said, which is obviously Galatasaray want to sign Ugarte on loan while paying his full net salary. That's the situation. 208. Look at the date and the time at the bottom. 208. So literally not even an hour ago. Galatasaray want to sign Manu Ugarte. So I give Ekram Kona his flowers for that. He knows a 1-2 things. But Ugarte, they want to sign him over there. I don't think we let Ugarte go because we're lacking players already. Like I said, this might be a situation where we need to get a replacement first. As soon as we get the replacement first, then we can say, Ugarte, see you later, bro. Thank you. But even that, I don't think we let him go on a loan and let his full net salary get paid. Why? We need an obligation that he's gone forever. What's the point? You're only going to let players go. The only player I can see us going on a loan, on a laugh thing, like we'll do you that favor, is Mainu. Go on loan, and then you can come back because we want you to stay here. You want to stay. You're a Man United fan. We understand the system right now. It's not for you. It is what it is. That's the only player. An academy player that's young. Go on loan and come back. Only academies. But Galatasaray want to sign Ugarte. So what's that going to do for us? We're going to have to go out there and get a player to sit on our bench. That's either on the same level as Ugarte or better. Surely, hopefully better. So it doesn't make any sense. So unless we're going to go out there and buy someone that we want now or be able to get a loan, let's, for example, say Gallagher can come in on loan for 6 months. Then we can say, all right, Ugarte, piss off, mate. Do you know what I'm saying? You can go and they'll pay your whole salary. But what would be the point of saying that now and then we just leave us? Have you seen our bench? Did you see our bench against Wolves? We had no senior players. So it wouldn't even make any sense anyway. So that's my situation on this. I think Galatasaray want to sign him, of course. It's 100% now. But I can't see us letting him go for no reason. It wouldn't make no sense to let him go and then we're sitting there and we're trying to suss it out now. What are we going to do? Who are we going to get? We've got to run around the market, try overspend and start begging clubs to loan players. It's a headache that you don't want to be in. So I can't see Ugarte going. And if you do see Ugarte gone, just know we've got a replacement lined up. It's the same thing with attackers, with Xerxes. It's the same thing with same thing with Xerxes and Mainu. If they go, that means someone is ready to replace them. Obviously, Toby Collier's come back from loan. he's injured until I think the end of January, and then he's going to stay, but he's injured. What's that? What good has that got to do with us right now? So this is what we're dealing with, man. So I think he stays, but this is the #1 journalist in Turkey. This is the Turkish Fabrizio. You might as well just call him that. So yeah, Yago is certified. So that's the situation with him, man. We'll see what happens, obviously. Boom, boom, boom. This is obviously just from September, letting us know that we agreed terms with Baleba. You understand? Amorim pushed for him. That's from Laurie Whitwell. He spoke to Lenny Euro, who is his mate. Obviously, Anana, Cameroon, and Mbumo. He's linked up with all of them. So United are expected to return in the future. That was in September. So January, now we're exploring. You can see that we only want him. And Fabrizio came out not too long ago and said, we still want Baleba, no matter what. I know there's talks about, he's been rubbish and all of that. Nah, bro, they still want him. So we'll see what happens, my people, man. Smash the likes, my peoples, man. What's going on with these likes, man? Smash the likes. I'm going to get these comments in a second, and then we're going to get into the rest of the news. Don't watch nothing. But smash these likes, man. Subscribe if you're new. You know we're always here. Obviously, we had this talks as well. Look at this. I don't even think this is true. So I'm just going to... I didn't take it serious. Or this would have been on the thumbnail. Liverpool trying to... No. Liverpool could rival Man United for the signing of Carlos Baleba, blah, blah, blah. I don't think it's true. I don't really rate this guy, Mark Brush. He's not all that. Caught offside. It's not the best source in the world. He said that Liverpool could rival us, bro. There's so much coulda, shouldas, because what the situation is, Man United, Man City, Tottenham, and Liverpool all want the same position in the summer. Or now, you could say. They can wait till the summer because they've got depth. They've got Gravenberch. They've got Endo, Liverpool. Tottenham have got Paulina, Gray. Who else have they got in that position? They've got players, Bentancur, that can play as DMs. Everyone's got players. We don't really have players now that can play as DMs that could start every game, apart from Casemiro and maybe Ugarte, who is, come on. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So we're trying to go for our guys now, and they're going to be obviously going for that position in the summer. Wharton and Anderson and Baleba are like a merry-go-round. City might get Anderson in the end. Wharton might go to Liverpool, and then we get Baleba. Like, it is what it is, but it's going to be a merry-go-round anyway. So I wouldn't take that too serious. It doesn't really mean anything. So we'll see. We'll see what happens from that one anyway. Let me get a few of these comments anyway, and then we'll get into the rest of the stuff. Like I said, there's more stuff that's come out. There's fallout talks between Amorim and INEOS. It's gone bananas, bro. It's gone crazy. Let's get into the rest of the news, though. Baleba, my favorite player, hopefully, man. I think he comes back and says something this time, because he realized that how much that can change something. Yildiz over Diamande. Diamande comes now. I reckon Diamande could come now if we want him. Yildiz wouldn't come now. He would wait for Champions League. He'll have loads of people in for him. Do you know what I'm saying? Loads of different teams. So I think he's a man that will take his time. He's with Juventus. I think they're in the Champions League. Why would he leave now to come and play in all Europe? You know what I'm trying to say? It wouldn't make any sense. Big up yourself, AP, man. I hope you're good, broski. Go and get Yildiz. You're rating him. If we're so keen on Baleba, Bouaddi and Mount Keen, then Baleba ain't much of a DM as people make him out to be. I think he's the one that we want, man. We've made our decision, man. Dora Explorer FC. I think Cameroon is going to be eliminated tomorrow. Oh, it's the knockouts tomorrow, right? Crazy. Some big games in that situation there, in that competition left. We should get Baleba and Ugarte if we are serious. Exactly. I just don't understand why. You see who I don't understand? Don't do it. Chelsea the most. Like, why doesn't Chelsea just look at who Brighton are in for and then go and get them? Because, you know, they always want to buy players from Brighton. Why don't other people do that? Look at him and say, right, Brighton are looking at him, yeah? Let's just go for it. Because you know what this guy's going to be in a few years. He's going to be the next one. Ugarte a talented player. I don't know why we don't go for him. We should pinch both, man. Ugarte will go for like 10 to 20 million. Yeah, exactly. You know, Brighton, they do the smartest signings in the world. They'll get him for 20 million, and then next season, the guy will be 50 million or something, 80. Versatile, can play right back too. Solid player. Have a good talent pool. Yeah, see? Crazy, bro. Crazy. This guy's funny, man. This guy makes me laugh. Big up yourself. Big up yourself. Come on, man. The intro's 30. Big up, Mitch. Big up yourself, man. I hope you're good, David, man. Come on, guys. Hit the like button. Come on. We're moving shy. What's happening? I know we're not playing today, but smash the likes, peoples, man. Let's get these likes going. Happy New Year. Big up yourself, Stephen, man. Happy New Year to you, too. I like him, Keith Smith. You like everyone, brother. Temmersgen, you like every single person. Does Baleba get us top 5? Boy, he definitely helps us get there. The way it's moving right now, how shaky it is, we need some players. We need someone. I love Ahmad and Boom, but please get... Of course, I want them out. I'm repping Congo anyway. I'm repping Congo, so I want Congo to win it anyway. So I want their rivals to me in that competition. I want them out as soon as possible. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, I need them out, bro. Man's got love for them, United players. But, bro, you're my rival now, brother. Big up Mitch, mod me, bro. Soon, man, I'm going to do the mod stuff, man. I've been hearing about it, but I don't even know how to do it. But soon I'm going to get into all of that. Don't watch nothing. Big up yourself, though, Dave. Hope you're good. Players like Ugarte, Gallagher, all can't save us. We need big personality to steady the ship. Consistency. Yeah, it's true. But Ugarte, yeah, he isn't really, we're not really for him anyway, but I know what you're saying. That's why I'm saying, let's not get rid of all of our leaders. There's talks about Casemiro and Maguire leaving. I'll show you that now for those that don't know about it. But yeah, like, that's why I'm saying, like, we can't get rid of, like, people don't like Bruno Fernandes. I'm like, bro, we got to keep him, bro, because we can't get rid of all of our senior players, especially in one window. Like, how are we going to do that? This is the Diamande stuff. Where's Casemiro and Maguire, man? Casemiro. Maguire. Yeah, look, so them two are meant to be leaving at the end of their thing. So when they leave, bro, it's going to be peak, bro, because where's the leadership coming from? We're going to have a squad that's just going to be bare young people. Like, that's some thing. That's some Chelsea situation, man, where you just got bare young kids. It's not even coming up. But yeah, like, I'm not trying to have a squad where we just got bare young players, man. That's not good. I'm telling you, lot. And that's what, like, big clubs don't do that. I've got so much stuff, I can't even find it, man. But Casemiro and Maguire, basically it's January right now. Casemiro and Maguire, there we go, found it. Look at that. The fact that United have not moved to extend Casemiro's contract or offer Harry Maguire new terms before the new year suggests both players will be on their way in the summer, but it's unlikely they would go in January. So let me tell you the situation. I know every single person in this chat has probably played FIFA. In January, you can sign a pre-contract agreement. So for someone. So Saudi been wanting Casemiro forever. They can go to Casemiro right now and say, yo, big man, let's sign you right this second for the summer. And they offer him the money. So instead of the club having 10 million for a fee, that could go to Casemiro. Here's 5 million for signing, and then we'll give you 500k, no tax, Saudi, bam, wrapped. Maguire, there's been talks about Juventus and Italy clubs in for him. He can sign with them right now, and they offer him something that we ain't. So we can say, Maguire, we're going to offer you 180 for you to stay. He says, nah, that's too low. And then you get Juventus or Inter Milan offer him 240. Do you know what I'm saying? Or Napoli or something, offer him 240 a week. And then he goes there and just chills. Because remember, they like a lot of old defenders over there. So that's the situation. The fact that United, they're probably going to go. You're in January and you've got 6 months left. Remember, it's Casemiro, Maguire, Malacia, and Sancho. Sancho's getting all of his wages paid by Villa, and then he's going to leave for free at the end of the season. Malacia, he's a goner. We all know that. And these two are more or less gone. My thing is, I don't mind. These two can go. We're going to replace them, of course. But what we're going to do is replace them with young kids. So we can't let Bruno Fernandes go. If we let these two go, we can't just have a team full of kids and then just think, yeah, we're going to go and just, yeah, all these kids are just going to go and win it. That's what Chelsea's doing, bro, and it's not working. Arsenal's done it and they've bottled the league. How many times? Because of the mentality. Bare kids, they haven't got no one that's done it before. That's why you got to rate and respect what Manchester City is doing. Manchester City, they like to transition it. So they'll have De Bruyne there to 32, 33. All right, cool. Transition. What you're with Foden, he's won it now. Ruben Diaz, he's won it now. You can go now, bro. See you later. But look at who they still got there. Bernardo Silva, he's still been there and he's won it. Rodri's been there. So now they're transitioning. Semenyo will come. Say they get Anderson. Rodri, all right, bro. You've done 1 year with Anderson. All right. They've got the mentality in them now. They understand how it is. You can go now, Rodri. Rodri leaves. And now Anderson's a winner. He understands it. Foden's won it before. Do you know what I'm saying? Bernardo, so they keep their senior players there and they transition them so that they can win the trophies with them, and then they understand the mentality, and then they can bring, and then you're the leader now. We don't have that. So that's my thing with this situation. It's like, bro, I don't mind these men going, but we cannot let them go and then just let all of our senior players go, and then we're sitting there with just bare young players looking like Chelsea, bro. Bare young players. And when it's getting hard and people are bottling it, we don't know who to turn to. When you're going to places like Leeds away, which we're going to tomorrow, where it's hostile, There's no one that can just calm us down and say, yo, relax. Don't worry, man. Just take a few more passes. It's cool. Relax. You have bare kids just shook. Look at Chelsea when they went to Leeds away. 3-1. Crazy. This is what I'm trying to say to you, lot. So, yeah, so that's the situation with that anyway. That's them terms. Let me get into more of the news that's happened, obviously, recently. But that was that. I just had to get that through there to show you, lot, that we're losing a lot of our senior players. So, cool. We had this shoot. Muzakitis. We'll see. Like I said, he's a golden boy, etc. Leash's president, Dorgu's, basically, they didn't want to sell Dorgu, and he ended up selling him. He told them that he's not. So he just came out of the interview saying that it hurt because I had to contradict myself, but the money was too mad. Bro, we paid 30 million euros for Dorgu. That's 24 million pounds. What the hell is that? But I think that's a club record for them. So he's just making it seem like they got a mad peas or something. It's crazy. Obviously, we've been linked with Edison again. You know, we're always linked with Edison. That's one person we've been linked with about 50 times. So we'll see what happens with that situation if we end up going into that again. And I don't know, but he's 26 million pounds. So is Gallagher. He wins every time, bro. He scores goals. He's physical, draws. He can pass. He's everything. He's a beast. Gallagher, just a man that's going to run around. So I don't know. Obviously, this is the presser from yesterday. Ruben Amorim said there's no expected injuries to be back. We've never seen... When's the last time someone came back apart from Sesko? Anyone that gets injured that just drops is gone. What is happening? Apart from Sesko coming back, and he was injured for about a month, anyone that gets injured after that is just gone now. Maguire got injured. I figured that after the Liverpool game or something, missing. De Ligt, it's a small injury, missing. Mount got injured the other day at half-time, missing. He didn't even show up for the Wolves game. Like, bro, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. I don't think anyone's going to recover. We heard Mainoo's got an idiot injury. Why is he not playing? I thought he's back before Bruno. It's like they're trying to sell Mainoo. They've told him after the T-shirt thing, you got to go now or something, and they're just trying to say you're injured and don't show up to nothing. I don't know what's going on, man. It's a weird situation, man. But cool. So no one's back. We're linked with this geezer as well. This is a Watford player, Liverpool, Man United, and Newcastle. Graham Bailey's not the best source in the world, so I didn't even search up this guy's name. I didn't even watch a comp, nothing. As soon as I see Graham Bailey, I just say yeah, whatever. It's not serious. But his name's Othman Mama, so he might be Moroccan or something. I don't even know. And then obviously Duncan Castle, who's very good, by the way. He said he was good with the Ugarte stuff and a few other situations. He said Jeremy Jacquet, we're looking at him, but then he tried to send a shot. He tried to say something in there like, I don't think Man United is the best place for him to be coached properly and the environment. So I don't know what he's trying to do. If he's sending for Ruben or he's sending for United. This is some talks about Manu Kone, and that basically 60 million euros is what they want for him. Those talks about him going to Man United and it's more or less done. Obviously, it's not true. But yeah, 60 million euros is what they're asking for him. This is obviously Duncan Castle's done his little podcast. Semenyo selects Man City over United. He obviously spoke about it in depth. No one ain't aggregated it yet properly. Blah, blah, blah. Jacquet, the new Euro. Azerxi, Mainoo, seek exits. Obviously, we know about that as well. We know they need to go. They want to go, but they're only going to go if we get replacements for them. That's the Santos geezer that I just showed you lot. Ugarte, he's been convinced now that Galatasaray are fully trying to pay the money now. Literally. Collier, he's back and he's due to be fit again at the end of January, and could stay at Man United, part of the first team. Remember, we're lacking midfielders at this time. So anyone can do, and they don't want to spend it on any and anybody. So they're saying, yeah, you know what? We might have to keep Collier, and then bam, we go for someone properly. De Ligt continued to feel discomfort from a back issue in the last month, which has led to a longer return. 26-year-old underwent specialized treatment last November, currently doing individual grass training, not too far off group training. So De Ligt's still injured. They told us it was a small injury. This guy's been gone for a whole month. Crazy. So this is some stuff about, this is just basically breaking down the press conference. We're still 3 points of Champions League, blah, blah, blah. Sekou Kone, Luzon Sport, which is basically Nice, is sister club. You know how you got Chelsea and Strasbourg, and they just send players to each other. They're even stealing each other's managers now. That's our thing. We've got Nice, Man United, and Luzon, which is in Switzerland. So we're trying to send him there. Remember, if he goes to play in Switzerland, it's basically an opportunity to go and play big man football. because he's under 21. He only plays for the under 21s, people his age. So you go somewhere like the zone where you can get exposed and that it's not really a big deal. Let's just say it doesn't work out or you can't handle it. Cool, no problem. But if he was to do that in the Prem and then get exposed, he'll be getting slated forever. He's not ready. You know, Man United fans, reactionary. People want to get money off Twitter now, so they just go crazy on anyone, young boys, whatever. So that's the situation with that. Sadi spoke about it. Adam Wharton. Crystal Palace want to get Adam Wharton to sign a new deal and keep him and then make it a saga in 2027, a bidding war. So they're trying to get him on a new deal. If that does happen, there's a gentleman's agreement, to my understanding, about a 60 to 65 million that Wharton could go if a Champions League club come calling. No movement in January. So they're trying to get him on. This is the same thing that happened with Semenyo. Semenyo got put in a new contract. Remember, we wanted Semenyo. We went for him before in Mbumo. We offered them 50 million. They said no. And then they gave him a new contract. And then they gave him a deal. They said, all right, cool, you can go for 65 million in January. Gentleman's agreement. I think it's for Champions League. I don't know. We're not in Champions League, so it's still for us. Is what it is. So cool. So that's the same thing with Wharton. Liverpool looking at him. United, he's one of the targets. We'll see. Jan Diamande of Leipzig and Savino are there to replace Johnson. One of them they want. Obviously, Johnson got finalized yesterday, so they could make their move any other day. And remember, Diamande is at AFCON at the moment, so maybe they're waiting. Maybe they're waiting for him to come back and then go bam. Remember, Diamande is a Man United fan. I think I showed you that not too long ago. Yeah, he's a Man United fan. He's with Ahmad at the moment. Ahmad keeps sending these little hints like, oh, like whatever. He's just sending little cryptic messages, you might as well say. But yeah, he's a Man United fan anyway. He's got a T-shirt here. I'm sure I had it, but I can't see it at the moment. And yeah, so I'm sure he will pick Manchester United if we was in that race. But it could be a situation where Tottenham go for him when we're not ready to go. Do you get it? They might go for him and we're saying, oh, we're not ready to bid. But then again, we were ready to go for Semenyo. 65 million is there for Semenyo, so it should be there for him. So we'll see what happens with that, man. But Savino, someone that they've looked at for ages, but I think Man City asked him for 70 million or something crazy, which is mental. Keith Smith, Real Madrid really like him. That's Matteo Moretta. Matteo Moretta works for Fabrizio Romano. So whatever Matteo Moretta says is what Fabrizio Romano is saying. It's the same thing. So there's a lot of talks about Keith Smith all the time. Just air it. There's nothing. It's not important. This is all the Baleba stuff for people that's just come in the chat and you're thinking, what's going on? A bomber came out yesterday. Man United explored the deal for Baleba in January. But it's not expected to progress because Brighton want to keep him until the summer at least. But then the Brighton CEO just came out a minute ago and he basically just said, we want to keep him. He's not for sale. Man United ain't phoned us. It doesn't say Man United's phoned them. It's just said that we're exploring it. But he's obviously saying what he's saying. There's talks about Bouaddi, him being a target, and obviously Muzakitis. He was the under-20s golden boy, so he's meant to be good. I don't know. I think he's a striker, though. I'm not sure. But that's some young boys that we're looking at as well. This is what Duncan Castle said. Yeah, we're looking at this Jeremy Jacquet guy, but look at the last line. It says, he will be a top player, but we need to be developed by a good coach in the correct environment. And I think that's the issue for Man United. He's taking the piss. He's basically saying he's either not sure about Ruben Amorim or he's not sure about Manchester United being the best environment for him. So that's that. You've seen the stuff about, oh shit, no, look at that. Man United are hoping to send Toby Collier back out on loan. So we just saw something about he's going to be fit by the end of January. He might be able to come back. We're talking about we want to send him back out there. So we're like, yo, you're not fit right now. Just come back and chill here and then go back on loan. Crazy. We had these talks about this geezer. He's a forward, 70 million release clause. Remember, we got the 65 there for Semenyo. So he could go for him. But a move for him from any club right this second is complicated, but he's got a 70 million release clause. How's that complicated if he's got a release clause? He plays for Vasco da Gama. I think that's in Brazil or one of them countries, South America. Man United are one of the clubs looking at him. I don't really know him or nothing. Ruben Amorim maintained his position. He doesn't want anyone to leave unless United make sure they have a replacement. That's Get French news. They're talking about Man United are considering a move for Bouaddi. So this is starting to brew in French as well. We've got this about Ruben Neves. Short-term options such as Ruben Neves are not currently being entertained. Long-term targets have been identified with the club ready to move for a big name in the summer. Same thing as Baleba now. If we can get Baleba now, we go for it. If we can't, we're cool. That's what we're on. We don't just want to force it and get someone like Neves, 29, not even in our thing, in our bracket, just for something for 2 years, and then we got to sell him or we let him go on a free. Crazy. Becky Tash have contacted Man United to sign Mainu on a loan, 18-month loan. Does that even make sense? 18 months loan is crazy. I've never heard that one there. Does that even make any sense? I don't know. But Mainu's had 12 clubs in for him. He's been one of the most wanted men in Europe for time. So I don't think that's anything new anyway. Conversations between the club and the hierarchy understood took place this week, which would explain the solemn demeanor. So they're saying that Amorim was a bit angry in his press conference because they've told him, yo, etc. Short-term options such as Ruben Neves are not currently being attained. We're only looking at basically lock. So I don't know if they're trying to say we don't want to back this guy fully because we want to keep our project going, but they're probably telling him we only want the long-term people to come in now. If we could get Baleba now, we get him now, you can have him, and it is what it is. But he's probably looking at it as a manager like, bruv, I need to be backed. I've got no midfielder, but they're probably looking at it saying we don't want to make mistakes we've done in the past. So it's a weird one. And they're probably looking at it like, we're going to get these players in regardless who we actually want. We don't want to go out there and get a Pacific player, Portuguese, someone that you would want now, and then we don't even want him in the future. Let's just say he gets sacked in June. We've still got this guy that you wanted, but this guy's not going to be the system player for the future. So they just want to go for players long term. There's money to spend, and United did actively pursue Anton Semenyo, who is poised to join Man City. All of that makes Amorim's admittance even more disheartening for supporters. So he knows that the money's there right now. See what I'm trying to say? It's a bit of a weird one, isn't it? Like he's getting backed, but he's not really getting backed in his head because it's like, back me now. I need the player now. But they're saying, bro, if we can get a player now that's going to be here for the future, we'll get him. But the players that are here for the future might not be. It's weird. It's just crazy when you look at it. But Ruben Neves ain't a guy we're looking at. This is probably fake news. Liverpool are looking at to rival Man United signing off Baleba. I don't know where that's come from. That's just the agreed terms. Galatasaray want to sign Ugarte on loan. It's solidified. Yago, the Turkish Fabrizio, they want to pay his whole salary. Like I said, I don't think anyone goes until we got an actual replacement. And then there's these talks about Højlund. There's a feeling that too much burden was placed on the young shoulders of Rasmus Højlund, suffered from poor service during his United's worst season. I agree with that. I reckon he should have been a backup. He should have never been the #1 striker, and we should have kept him. I reckon he should have been coming off the bench for Sesko. 70th minute, put Højlund on. Because this season, he was actually playing okay in pre-season. But their thing is, we want to get some money back to get a new striker, and they've got this 18 months limit thing now. 18 months you're poor, we get rid of you. So it is what it is, isn't it? We'll see what happens. But that's more or less what's going on. Let's see what else has come out. Yeah, my man's obviously a Man United fan. He said that. Oh my God, Wolves are winning. Right, that's crazy. Wolves are winning, yeah? No. West Ham are finished. If they let Wolves win that game, they're finished. Safe. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. So yeah, this is some more talks about Ederson. Man United have once again inquiries about Ederson after suggestions that his price has dropped below 40 million euros. Blah, blah, blah. So that's some new talks now. That's just Højlund's new lease of life, blah, blah, blah. The new 74 million buyout, hanging out with McTominay. Boom, boom, boom. Obviously, Brighton's playing now as well as we speak. And I'm going to say this one here. This is just the latest thing that's come out from the Brighton CEO that obviously just said no one ain't called them yet and they want to keep him, which they're going to say because they want as much money as they can. So it is where it is, man. This is what's going on, bro. I think Baleba, he needs to come back from AFCON and literally just say, bro, I want to go Man United, bro. And then that's it, literally. Who do you see United signing this window now? I could just see like for likes. If Xerxes goes, I can see us going for a Diamande. You know what I'm saying? If we can get a Baleba, then we might let Ugarte someone go. I can see like for likes. If we don't get no like for likes, we wait for everyone to come back from injury and AFCON and we just keep it the same until summer. Then in summer, you go crazy because, you know, Maguire's gone, Casemiro's gone, Malasia's gone. There's so much players gone. The money's there from the players that we sold as well. Garnacho went for 40 million. We still ain't even touched that money. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Stuff like that. I believe a Man U midfield will cook 100%. Any news on Ederson? I just showed you, like, it's mad. Playing for us, it's like unlike Ugarte, Bruno needs help. Yeah, exactly. Must talk to Unai Emery next season. Seen enough for Amorim, you know he'll wreck our club. You can't sack another manager before buying 2 free quality midfielders. 26 for Edison is a still. Trust me, tell me about it. I don't talk Arabic, man, but I hope you're not dissing me, brother. At Cass, age, Saudi, big pay. Yeah, he's nice. He's remember, and it's no tax over there as well. So he's gonna get a check, 400k, no tax. Here he's getting 350. By the time tax is done, he's probably on like 300, 290 or something. Over there, he could get 500, the whole change every week. Crazy. Happy New Year. Big up yourself, man, Red Devil, man. Hope you're good. Even the idea of Manu going to Turkey, you wouldn't even go there. Exactly. It's crazy, man. People just say anything, man. But you know my thing, I always suss out. I should really have blocked them. I always suss out the people that talk rubbish. So it is what it is. Hector Bellerin speaks about his time. Football-wise, my time in Portugal was tough. He was very good at the simple side of the game. I love these ideas, even though it would just take a few months. Everyone always bigs up Amorim. Everyone that's worked for him bigs up Amorim. But it's just not the same right now, innit? It's not going well. But it is what it is, my peoples, man. I'll be here later with my 10-minute video. You know I do a 10-minute video every night with all the Man United news in one, as quick as possible in 10 minutes. So anything that comes up from now till 10 o'clock, I will be here. So make sure you smash the like, subscribe, notification bells on. Love my peoples.
Want some celebs, pull up local. You know we up next, pull up mobos. They don't be there on repeat, they're like, oh no. Where's the mix it up, let's take a photo now. For now, I'm local. For now, preserve the beat, I'm more loud. I said I'm